Alright, hi, I'm Oleem again, also known as John. Whatever fits your fancy, we'll go with that. Uh, Today we're going to talk about beliefs. When someone believes in something, they are less likely to look up a different theory, and if they do, they simply see it as that, a theory. When I write my thoughts, they are not theories, simply my observations and understandings put into words. I personally have no interest, most of the time, in what others have thought before me or what others think. Normally because what they think has been taken from someone or something else and incorporated into how or what they think. That is what people call textbook smart. It's the same as when people dislike schools forcing children to regurgitate what's written in textbooks. Looking up theories is much the same. It's simply a subject of different matter, something you found interesting where others didn't. Similar to how some people like math and others like history. Asking someone to look these up is almost like asking them to box in their way of thinking. Learning more about different things is how we can broaden our imagination, but it can also close it in. People become too hung up on the pictures the theories paint, looking not for their own answer, but the answer someone already found. With most theories and beliefs, it is impossible to combine them or take good things from each and make something new. This is because it will no longer be the original theory. It is something completely different now. It is no longer in its traditional state. Though I will admit this is a contradiction. If anyone takes the things I say to heart and learns from them, then they are doing exactly what I talked about disliking, incorporating someone else's thoughts into how or what you think. If they take my words and learn from them in a shallow way, they will throw away my words and learn from themselves. Learn being in quotes because all they are doing is ignoring insight, a person's history, a person's experience. But if they take my words to heart and truly wish to find themselves, then they will read my words, find their history folder in their minds and delete it. Then see with new eyes, hear with new ears, relearn everything they thought they already knew. Simply reading my words as they are, just a person rambling to themselves into the world, or a person will simply see my words as another theory and disregard them because they are already something because they already have something they believe in. As you can see, it's kind of a contradiction, but then again, you might not be able to see because I'm talking now and it's kind of incoherent. Well, it's whatever. It's kind of like, this is mostly based on Facebook and other sites, where all you see is people quoting. I'm gonna repost this quote. I'm gonna repost this quote. I'm gonna repost this picture with a quote on it. It's like, is that all you are? Where's your brain at? Who are you? What are you? Just copy and paste? Is that all you are? What are you, a pair of scissors and glue? Or a tracing paper? Like, what the fuck are you? Everything I say is something my own brain comes up with. I'm not like, oh, you know what, in this book I read this, or I heard this person say this, or you know, this guy once said this and I thought it was amazing. No. No, you know what's amazing? Things I say. I quote myself because everything I say is epic. I was once in a conversation with a guy, actually two fucking retarded guys, but pretty much I went on and on with paragraphs of just talking to these people. And they're like, apparently you don't know what something epic is because you can't write in one sentence. Yeah, because, you know, Abraham Lincoln wrote his speech in one sentence, like, and then the Gettysburg Address, or the Declaration of Independence, or, you know, the Constitution, or Martin Luther King's I Had a Dream, or, you know, other countries' speeches. I have no idea what your speeches are, but, you know, I'm sure you've had a lot. Winston Churchill had one, I think. It's like, if all they had were two fucking sentences to be epic, if that's what you think has to be epic, two sentences, you're a fucking joke. People's minds are never ending. That's not really the word I wanted to, or infinite. That's the word I wanted to use. They can, as long as they can continue thinking, they can think infinitely. It can expand infinitely. It's as simple as that. And if you think I had to sum up my entire life story and way of thinking in 2 fucking sentences. How about your sentences? What are yours? I already know them. You're a joke. You should probably re-roll your life. Because you obviously don't know how to think for yourself. Anyways, I don't like riddles either. I once was in a conversation with some fucking retarded stupid bitch that I really didn't want to say all that, but, I was just talking normally, and then she just got this fucking attitude of the case of the retard, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just minding my own business, and then she gets the case of the fucking retard, starts acting like a bitch, and then we have this riddle thing going on, and she just starts calling me names for no reason. And it's like, really? Riddles are ways for you to be around about something for no reason, in my opinion. We don't need, riddles are how people come to misunderstandings. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. The way I talk, it's to explain things. What riddles do is they're fucking riddles. It's the best I can say. I don't know. It's not, I don't think it's challenging. Sure, it's difficult to find out what it's talking about sometimes, thinking outside the box, but it's like, what's the point? You couldn't have just said an apple? You couldn't have just said a wheel? You couldn't have just said a watch? You couldn't have just said whatever the fuck you're supposed to be like? 3 is my age times my son's age, and my age is 2 times my brother's age, who is half my age. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you gotta be a fucking retard about it? Oh, okay, you're this old. Only took me 5 hours to figure it out because you're a fucking jackass. Come on, people, really? It's not... Maybe it's critical thinking. I don't understand critical thinking. I'm not good at it. I know that because it serves no purpose to me. At no point in time am I going to get in a fight with someone and they're going to have a chain in their hand and be like, I'll let you go. Or it's like, or I'm going to go into them and be like, yo, you really want to fight, bro? I've got a metal object half the size of a ruler, 20 times heavier than a pound or some shit. Guess what I am? And I get pelted in the fucking face. Like, what? What the fuck? I don't know. I'm just coming up with bad examples because, like I said before, I'm not good with critical thinking. But it's like, we don't need to keep secrets from each other. We don't need riddles anymore. Maybe they were cool in the 17th century. They're done with. I don't need them. If you want to keep a fucking secret treasure map or something, put it in a locker and bury it somewhere. And tell one person where to find it and what the combination is. I don't know what the fuck is all this other shit about. I don't know. There are also safety deposits in banks or something, you know? What the fuck? You're not teaching anybody shit. It's not wisdom. It's not insight. It's being an asshole. Grants on your pride on being an asshole. I don't know. I was watching Mind Blow, and at the end of it, on some of them, they were doing the riddle thing, and I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. You know, it's like, Genius of the Week, my ass. It's more like, who the fuck cares enough to figure these things out? But you know, I still like Mind Blow regardless. It's just really frustrating how people... It's not efficient. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Riddles aren't efficient. You're crushing and hindering improvement to our society and world. Anyways, sorry about that. I got really off subject, and I don't even know what I was saying half the time. When people say you're overthinking, Is it really overthinking, or are they simply not able to accept that it's good enough as it is? It's possible they just don't want to put in the effort to think more about it. So they say, you're overthinking it. Overthinking, whether it's due to a misunderstanding or otherwise, does not matter. Thinking about it is part of figuring out the answer because the answer isn't known. With no explanation to help put your mind onto the right track, their thoughts explore possible explanations or possible conclusions. Simply saying you're overthinking is showing a lack of respect unless you've given all the help you possibly can. It also shows a lack of understanding unless you've already told them many times you don't know either and can't possibly help. At this point in time, they're showing you a lack of respect and understanding. You do not know what you do not know. Simple as that. Did I explain that good? I don't explain that well. I don't know. Pretty much, what it is, if someone's like, hey, you know what time it is? And you're like, I don't have a watch. And they're like, really? So you don't know what time it is? Really? What the fuck? And you're like, well, it's kind of like this when I came in today, and it feels like about an hour's passed, and I wish I had my watch on me. You know what time it is? It's like, I already told you I don't know. How the fuck am I supposed to know? We've been in here like 3 hours or something, maybe longer. I don't have a watch on me. I don't know. They're showing you a lack of respect. But if you're like, you're overthinking, it's fine. It hasn't been that long, or it's been long enough, or some shit. It's like you're not even trying to help them ease their mind. So it's like you're also showing a lack of respect. It's a fine line, not really. But overthinking, some people just want an answer. But if you come to conclusions without knowing what the other person actually thinks, you're making assumptions, aka you know who I'm talking about. Oh, well, John probably doesn't like this and this because blah, 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 and because he did this in the past, or he watched this video, or he did that. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't do any of that shit. Oh, do you have a crush on this person because you watched this video? I stumbled upon a video on YouTube. Fucking curse me or something. Really? It's fucking YouTube. It's really frustrating,